Hello. How's it going? I wonder if my audio is a little too loud now. I had to make some adjustments to my microphone arrangement. It's a long, really boring story that I will not disclose here at this time. It's just we're broadcasting here from the living room studio here in somewhere in Northern California, east of the East Bay, San Francisco Bay Area. And it's another beautiful day here. It's a really lovely kind of desert weather out here in this pleasant town we call the most pleasant town in the area for very pleasant reasons. Yeah, so I started a little earlier than normal, about 5 minutes earlier today, just because I was bored and didn't want to sit here being bored for 5 minutes. I was going to be streaming for like 3 hours, which is going to be the plan today. Let me tell you a little bit about today's stream. First of all, most importantly, it is, since this stream is fueled entirely by the Diet Coke Corporation of America, not sponsored by. There is a freshly poured glass of Diet Coke. Let's just taste how brown it is. I guess. Yeah, that's what it is. It's Diet Coke. If you serve that to me in a restaurant after I asked for a Diet Coke, and that's what you served me, I'd say thank you. But I don't know why. I don't know why. All right, so let's talk about the other critical part of today's episode, the beautiful blue Bluetooth controller. Oh, I'm getting a notification from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Updates are available. Hold on a second. Let's see what the updates are. The Piper PA-28 Dakota 236. Yeah, let's install it. I'm not going to fly it though, but we can do this in the background. I think it's effectively pretty fast, just a patch. All right, so we got that. We got the beautiful blue Bluetooth controller. We got Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 loaded up, but we're still going to be exploring the most recent city updates from the City 12 update, which is available in 2020 and is installed as well. Okay, that one should be fully installed. Right, perfect. Hopefully, and 2020 seems to be pretty reliable, I guess. But most importantly, the reason why I'm 2010 is because there's a specific airplane that I love flying. It's one of my favorite all-time planes. Starting up as a challenge, and does not really work in 2024. It's a 2020 only. Currently, I mean, it's one of these extra planes you pay money for. I don't remember what's it. We call it the Flying Pink School Bus. Why am I all the way over here? I should be kind of over here. Here, that's better. I'm just trying to get my position correct. After the roughly 45, 55, 60 minutes in that range, depending on how much fun I'm having, Flight Simulator segment, we're going to switch over to the Just Chatting. I'll be doing the big brain games, whatever that is. It's me playing a Quirtle and Octortle, the reveal game, the Tightrope Trivia Quiz. Just something I like to pack into my little... I didn't originally do that for like a year, but I'm pretty comfortable with having it be a special segment. And then we have the short break. And then today is, as you can see, is Fancy Cheap Guitar Day. I'm going to be whipping out this guitar here. I'm actually going to go back to the, hold on. We're still in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But this is today's guitar. And this will be the guitar of the day for quite a while because I'm trying to wear out the frets. I'm trying to play the frets a lot. They're stainless steel. And they're not supposed to wear at all. So that's the way of proving that they're really stainless steel is to play a lot and make sure you're not seeing any wear. Other than that, there's really not that much difference. I mean, there's a slight sound difference when you're bending and trem sometimes, but it's really barely noticeable. But check out how beautiful this guitar is. This is like my fancy cheap guitar because I got it on Amazon for $250. So I think you can still buy them there. I wouldn't recommend it unless you know how to set up a guitar, though. As I've said many times before, so let's talk about the Lego. I got plenty of time, man. I'm not in a huge hurry to start the Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's gotta take some people a while to trickle in anyway. Actually, it's a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But all right. So here is where we left off on the Lego. It's the Going Merry pirate ship from the Netflix show One Piece. Yeah, there's actually an anime show called One Piece that it's based on, but I've never seen it. I don't really care to at this point, but I really am a big fan of the live action. This is the Going Merry pirate ship that they, based on the pirate ship that the little tiny sloop that they effectively commandeer. It's a long story, but they find this rich lady to give her the ship. Anyway, so where's the build status? We've got kind of we don't have any of the, well, I'll show you the picture. We don't have any of the rigging for the front. We have some of the rigging on the back there. That'll be, eventually there'll be a mast. It'll be attached to that. But I want to show you the inside here. So in the front area there, there's this, or sorry, this is the, yeah, this is the front area. There's this kind of captain's quarters and with some stuff in, like, I think that's like a bed. That's supposed to be a bed there. And in the back, there's a galley. And there's all sorts of stuff back there. It's kind of hard to see at this point. It is, but I figured out how, how they're going to make it so that we can close this area and you can still see it. This part here is going to have a little top that's just held on by these two little dudes here. In other words, you'll be able to easily take off of this piece so you can look inside, because there's no windows. You won't be able to see it from the outside. And this one is more ingenious. You see it has this sliders here, these two sliders. So what happens is the rear unit is going to slide onto the back, and then you can slide it off when you want to take a look at the galley details, because it's quite detailed. There's a pepperoni pizza in there. But yeah, the plan is to, after the musical segment, there'll be another short break. I'll be sitting on the floor. We got 2 more bags to go. We'll be putting up the sails. We're kind of building the thing that goes here, building a little extension here, and putting the mast and the sails together. But it is a gorgeous kit. This is the ram's head. That's what we built this yesterday, and all this white stuff at the top is what we built yesterday. It's gonna be great. I mean, I'm excited to be building it, but I'm sad to not have any Lego really to build in the future. That's going to be as fun. Although, who knows? I may spend a lot of money and buy some more Lego. I don't know. The issue, as I've mentioned before many times, is not affording to buy expensive Lego, but where do I put it after it's built? Because quickly, I've got a lot of Star Wars Lego back there, but it's starting to look nice. All right, so back to the game. The game is called Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I don't know, it's a game, all right. All right, so we're switching over to the Flying Pink School Bus. Let me just switch over here. And we're cold starting it. It's very complicated, and I barely remember. Okay, so it's the short SC7 skydive, but we change it to the pink livery. It's really fun and crazy. All right, and it's got these skydivers in the back. All right, the other thing we're doing is looking at these cities that were recently updated. They had the free update, City 12 update, and let's see, we've been through a bunch of them. We went to Augsburg, we went to Dresden, but we have not been to Elba, Bremen, Leipzig, Munster, or Brockenharz. Well, how about Elba? Let's see if we can find it. I'm worried about. That we may not find it. Unless I know where it is. Heidelberg. Yeah, it doesn't really find it. I don't think this. Let me try it again. All right. Yeah. All right, well, that makes it a challenge. I always appreciate a challenge. The challenge is, where the hell are we going? Let's make it less of a challenge. Let's look for Bremen. I think Bremen should be a city that should be easy to find in Germany, right? Because these are all in Germany. And this is the main airport. Good. All right, this is going to have to do. I mean, it is what it is. We're going to change it to a daytime condition. And we're going to cold start because that's the challenge. We're going to start at a medium parking ramp. And when we get there, I'm going to make it, okay, no, we can do this right now. We're going to make it kind of late afternoonish. And we're just going to fly around the area and see what there is to see. It's been updated. That's what we do right here. I got my throttle body, I got the controller. And yeah, at least we're not flying a helicopter today. Those are just so messed up, man. I wish they would fix the helicopters. They shouldn't be so stressful. They're not that difficult to fly in the real world, or they'd be falling out of the sky right and left. I think this is somewhere in Germany. This little picture here. It's hard to say. The other place we need to explore more of is the Netherlands, because there's all sorts of stuff to explore there that I haven't seen. Alrighty, let's see. Ready to fly, but this plane is cold. Let's take a look at it, though. It is a cold plane, right? Flying Pink School Bus. This is a real plane, and this is based on a real livery. There's a skydiving company in England that operates 6 or 7 of these Short Brothers sky vans, which weren't really that popular for the intended purpose of being a short haul commuter. But they're very, very good for being a skydiving plane. And they made these in the 60s, I think. All right, we're going to have to get started trying to figure out how to cold start this. I'm pretty sure we're going to need to turn the batteries on here first. We're going to turn on... let's see. That we don't need yet. None of this we need. Okay, I want to make sure all this stuff is working here. It is. Okay, so mixture. Why is it not doing mixture? There it is. Okay, that's mixture. And then this is, well, I don't know what that is. That's a propeller. This is the throttle. Perfecto. All right, where is the main power bus? I don't even know. I think all that stuff is up here. Oh, the other thing we want to do right now is open the fuel levers. Oof. That we don't need. Let's see. We got some stuff going on up here. Right. So this is on internal start power, 24 volts, electrical master switches, internal power. Let's see. Engine start selector ground start. Ignition switch normal. Let's see, what do we have over here? Beacon lights on. Let's see, leave these off for now. Oof. I think we need to turn the generators on first, but I don't remember for sure. Oh, these inverters. Oof. Normal. Nope, normal. Thank you. All right, so now we should be powered up. Yeah, we're starting to power up the systems here. We want to get an engine started pretty soon. So let's try that. We're just going to have to hope that I know what I'm doing. It's been a long time since I've started this one. So you run the starter for a bit, and then you turn it to start. And hopefully the thing is going to start turning, but I don't know. Something's happening. I like it. We're getting some RPM and some noise from an engine. Let's see if it stabilizes. See the engine. What do we got here? Fuel pressure, ground start, and hydraulics. I need to turn my hydraulics on, right? Oh, where is that? It's not anti-icing. I'm going to have to figure that one out pretty soon. Is it over here? Oh, yeah, we need the fuel pump switches on. Oh, yeah, it's under here. I need to get rid of this thing. Hello? There we go. This needs to be on. Hydraulics master. It is spinning. All right, we're going to start the other engine. Let's see. So this one, start this, put that in run. Let that run up a bit. And then give it the old start. This one should start too. It can. So these are turbos, so they take a while. They're not like propellers that start up instantaneously. I think it's starting up. There you go. There's a little visual bug there. Yeah, the stabilizing should stabilize right around at 2,000 RPM. Anyway, I'm looking at these indicator lights to make sure we're still on. Okay, we still are starting the starboard, ground support, external supply. Cabin heat's not an issue. Oh, we're doing pretty good. Oh yeah, we got to turn on our. This is a separate turner oner here. Turner on test. That's your radar test mode. It has a very useful actual radar, weather radar built in. That does show you the weather. Let's go. Let's try to do ground control to Major Tom. Hello, Major Tom. Engines burning. Countdowns on. Bremen. Let's just say depart straight out and see what you do. Oh yeah, so we got to switch over to let's see. Electrical master switches to internal. Right? Okay, and ground start. Engine start should now be normal start, since they're already started up. That way, if we need to restart them in the air, we won't. It's a long story.
Taxi to and hold short runway 27 using taxiway November Hotel Foxtrot cross runway 27 KN.
Oh, I love flying this plane. I really wish it would work in 2020. Oops, way too much. Slow down. Okay, I gotta adjust this control here. That one there. Propeller control. So the propellers need to be in taxi mode, or they put way too much power. Way too much power. The other thing that's kind of you have to get used to, and why it's a little bit hard to fly at night, is these windows are really heavily tinted compared to many others. You can really see when you go from the inside to the outside how dark it is, and I believe in the real world they are tinted. Let's see, our planes surfaces look pretty good, wing surfaces, and again, you got that amazing thing. Oh yeah, the other thing I forgot to mention is if we look around to the back, I'll show you in a second. You can see there's 9 skydivers back there. I'll show you so you can see their heads back there. They're sitting back there. They're ready to go. They won't actually leave the plane and jump out of the plane. It's just they're just kind of to look good. And we can open up that big door in the back though, but they won't jump out. That's the limitation of the game. It doesn't have skydivers in it. Ugh. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm picking up. Can you believe I'm flying the flying pink school bus again? And it's been a long time, but I'm proud to say I was able to get it cold started. But I just love that design. It's so crazy. It's so 60s psychedelic. And again, based on a real skydiving plane that they have in somewhere in England. But this is, that's why I'm flying 2020 today. But we are over Bremen, and that's one of the 12 cities that they mentioned, or 7 cities, excuse me, in City Update 12. By the way, if you're still here, I'm still thinking about next week. I'm going to try to pick up that Victoria Falls content from FlightSim.to, which I have. I looked it up, and I just haven't figured out how to get it. I haven't done it yet, but I want to. I think that's going to be really fun content. All right, so the runway starts here. It heads out that direction. Parking brake on. I want to talk to the tower here. Tell them we're ready to go. We want to put our flaps down to that position. We want to make sure we got a little bit of positive trim, but that's plenty. Acknowledge takeoff clearance. From clearance, here we are majestically rolling onto the track here, onto the runway with our load of skydivers. All right, we don't do this anymore. All right, so we just gently advance those controls there, the throttle and the propeller throttle controls. You'll see the engines spool up quite dramatically, and the plane really want to move. There we go. We're heading down the runway, and yeah, I don't even have to touch the controls, really. Once you get to the speed, around 113 or so, it just gently takes off the runway, and quite quickly too. This is definitely what you'd call a short takeoff and landing plane. By the way, where is it? Looks like it's right behind us. By it, I mean the city of Bremen. And this is a nicely it is nicely aerobatic. So I was going to show you guys, what does it look like? Oh, by the way, I forgot to put all of our lights on. Nav lights, please. Fasten seatbelt sign. No smoking. Yeah. All right, so the cargo ramps, which is there. What's this? I put those on. Beacon lights are on. Okay, all this stuff is good. They got power. Why do I not show amps? And the generators. The generators are on, right? Batteries are on. That must be a bug, because the bus voltage is fine. Oh, I'm getting this situation I have in this plane where it tends to want to, even with full kind of forward, it tends to want to, you have to be very careful with positive trim, or it'll be very difficult to keep it from heading up to nose up configuration, which is never good. All right, so the airport is right there, right? That's where we took off from? Yeah, Bremen. So I already see a stadium, but I think the city is basically right here. There's some city there. We'll just go up and down the river and see what we see, because this whole area has been updated. It looks gorgeous. It's a little more framey than 2024, but that's reasonable because I actually have very different graphic settings. So this is Werder Bremen. Okay, so I'm sure that's the Bremen's, the Bremen local team there. But there's something down here I want to check out. But basically, yeah, we got the whole river to look at here. What's our views? We got like a nice nose front view here. Doesn't really look that realistic. That's fine. All right, what's our speed? You don't want to go too fast. Oh, look at this dam. That is one darn nice dam, if you know what I'm saying. And they got the locks over there, very detailed. And this is going to be like a you know, I don't, you know, it's a storage of things for transportation center, whatever. You get a picture. So that's probably. Oh my God, there's so much stuff to see. I think this is like an Audi factory or something out here. This might be a car factory, but I don't know what car they make. So I'm about to go check it. This is the only thing that I can ever see that's justifies something this enormous is a car factory or some kind of enormo factory, but I do not know which one it is. I wonder if it's got like, sometimes they'll have like a name. Let's just pile out of the plane like we're skydivers and see if there's a logo. Because this looks very detailed. You'd think that they would actually say, oh, well, here's the visitor center. And it looks like there was something here. What is it? What kind of cars do you make here? Mercedes. Mercedes-Benz. Okay. That's a Mercedes-Benz on that plane, on that thing. So I'm going to go, yeah. I'm going to say this is a Mercedes factory. They have quite a few in Germany. But I'm going to look it up real quick. Get back in the plane. By the way, when we get in the plane here, you see all the dudes waiting to leave there. All 9 of the dudes are kind of hanging out, talking. It's pretty cool. How you guys doing? They don't have like a lot of facial expressions. You know what I mean? So that's them. Hello, guys. How you doing? I like my 9 friends. All right, everyone back in the plane. Oh yeah, and start time again, please. Oh yeah, do I actually stop time? I want to find out what they make in that what the Mercedes factory in if I tape Mercedes factory Bremen. Will it tell me much about it? Started producing the passenger car in 1978 with the estate variant of the 123. Got 11,000 employees. Around 11,000 employees. Yeah, there it is. It's huge. More than 10 million vehicles have been produced at the site. Plug-in hybrids and electric vehicles have been an integral part of the product world for several years. So they have an all-electric line there. Annual vehicle production 2024, 325,000 vehicles. That's not bad. And we're talking about this plant here, right below us here. Again, there's nothing like, you know, you can always tell a car plant somehow. And they have multiple assembly lines, and they'll have like a paint line, a stamping line, you know, all these other things, and things where they just make the cable harnesses, test them, and then, you know, final quality assurance and assembly, and then it looks like the employees have like a pool and like a nice area where they can, you know, for hanging out, kind of socializing, things like that. That would be very typical of a large factory in Germany, not necessarily in America. There'd be an employee, you know, recreation zone. All right, well, we checked that out. Let's go back up the river. Which way is the river? That way's the river. Here's the trains, so you get your cars. You can load up your freshly made Mercedes cars onto the train cars and have them shipped out. Probably these are all buildings are all related to this factory, this whole area here. Look how huge that is. Of course, the Tesla factory in Shanghai is even bigger. I think it's bigger. There are some really big car factories. But Germany's got some of the biggest one. The Dingolfing factory, where my car is built, we've been there. It's huge. And they make most of the 3 Series in Munich. All right, we're going to go up the river. I think down the river, it's not going to be too much down there. But we're going to go back up the river and check out the, which is here. Check out kind of more of the city center, which we passed up. But everything looks so realistic and great from the air. And so, you know, recognizable. Nothing looks like it's just a 3D satellite map of anything. All the vehicles are 3-dimensional. All the, you know, trucks and their loading and the containers are all 3D. So and that's all, you know, that takes a lot of love. And that's what they do for these city updates. We're going a little fast. And this could be power generation. You usually need a lot of power facilities for when you have a nearby factory, of course. What does it say there? Does it say anything? Jacob's #1, Groot. Groot. I don't know what that is. I am Groot is what it says, I think. I don't know. And you got your loading docks here. You could also put your cars on a boat. Send them somewhere. All right, so I was going to say, yeah, if we open up the rear here, cargo ramp switch, and then look there, you can see the cargo ramp door opens upwards, and shows the all of your little people in there. But no, they won't go out. They won't leave. And the aerodynamics get a little weird when you have your cargo ramp open, so we're going to close it. That's fine. All right, where's the river? Okay, so we're still flying over Bremen. This area is the city center of this direction, which we haven't checked out yet. So we're going to fly up here. Right, so we already went over the stadium, but the rest of the stuff we want is kind of this direction. It's not a really, dense, high city with lots of tall buildings. That's fine. We've started to see, I think, more than half of the new content in the city update. But we're going to, I want to see it all at some point. But yeah, this is a great time of day. Again, it's we got the real-time weather turned on, but it's earlier in the day. It's nighttime there currently. But yeah, I kind of want to stay near the river, but you can see it's very, very old, an old school city there, old school European town here. It's not Elba, it's Bremen. I said Bremen a few times. All right, ooh, this is the old, you can tell this is kind of the walled city here. We might have to get out here and do a little reconnaissance, a little recon action. Oops, I got to reset my camera. Where's my camera? Reset position, thank you. Beautiful. All right, now we can back to where it's going to let it redraw a little bit, give it a chance. All right, so this is what it looks like if you were going to parachute over Bremen. We've got a beautiful church here. Looks like there's like a flea market going on down in there or something, or just there's restaurants with tables. Yeah, those are all outdoor seating restaurants right there. Nice. I want to eat there. German food, sure, why not? I bet they have all kinds of food there, but you could definitely tell this is the main plaza for Bremen. Beautiful church activity there. Those green copper roofs are very very typical of the area, but looks like there's a lot of modern buildings in here too. Very nice. And you got this long avenue there. And there we go. An aerial view of Bremen, Germany. From the Flying Pink school bus. All right, everyone back on board. All right, and but I'm not 100% sure I know what river this is. That's really cool. You imagine living right there, on a house that's right in the middle of the river. Okay, and then we got some more modern, real modern looking section here, right here. Wow, that looks pretty cool, really. Good job on those buildings, Asobo. You got a wharf side set of buildings over here. We're going kind of fast now. Gotta keep my eye on the speed. Looks like train depot activity here. But looks like there's some factories and stuff up ahead. We're going to keep going. Again, I would do a lot more sightseeing from the inside, but those windows are tinted, and they're not really very big. I mean, you can stick your head right up against them, and you get somewhat of a better view, but I don't like that view either. It's too radical. All right, this is some kind of processing plant. I don't know, maybe a lumber processing, something. Hard to say. Could be petroleum, could be power generation, could be a lot of things. I don't think it's nuclear power. This is a really cool looking building. Hey man, they're all cool, but this one's really cool. I just want to stop real quick. I think this could be a shopping mall, and we should be able to tell because this should have store brands on it, if I'm right. Yeah, you got Primark, Cinebrace. I think that's movie theaters. Primark. And TJ Maxx, same stores you'll find in anywhere in Europe, and some American ones too. Media Maid, a lot of Primarks. Yeah, this is a lot of logo activity here. I'm not sure what those logos are supposed to be. This is a really big indoor mall, really big one. This looks like one of those malls that's got like a big theater or something inside too. All right, where were we? It doesn't matter. I'll find it. We were back like here. Yeah, I hear us. All right, where are we? All right, everyone back in the Flying Pink School Bus. Thank you. I'm really glad we checked this place out, though. Even from the air, it's very impressive. And it's kind of in a weird industrial section. You know, so you have to drive. There we go. You know, you have to drive there. There might be like a lot of. Anyway, this direction you can see all the fields inland when you go or away from the river. Again, we've got a tall smokestack indicating something. Burning of waste or generating electrical power, possibly both. They do that in Europe a lot. Beautifully colored cargo containers. You got what you call a tank farm there. Tank farm. Hello. It's where they grow tanks. I mean, I think. And I want to check out this. This reminds me more of an actual oil refinery. It's interesting. The coloration of a structure from a distance really helps kind of define it. But oil refineries usually have that kind of really kind of dull, dark color. But hard to say for sure what they're doing here. Some large-scale industrial process? Heck yes. What process? I don't know. Okay, and here we're starting to find our wind turbines. Wow, it's just beautiful countryside. We got a lot of power. Yeah, as I mentioned, you got to worry about power lines. Those power lines go across the river, I think. These here. It looks like they do. So there's invisible power lines over this river here, almost invisible. And in the game, you have to worry about it. But in the real world, you'd have to really worry about crossing that river at low altitude. You know, going down that river at low altitude. Ooh, look at this. It's a little aeropuerto. Nice. We got our wind turbines over there. The one thing in 2020 is they're always synced up. In 2024, I think they will go slightly different speeds. It's just a slight quality of light improvement. Yeah, I think we could definitely land on here. We're going to go up the river a little bit because it's so picturesque, and I'm loving it. Lemverde. Okay. Just, we're northwest of Bremen. But it looks like there's like a whole nother city here. And you'd expect that there's cities all, basically all along this area. So there's an airport here, and then this is kind of the airport. It's a general aviation airport, but you see the main hangars there. That's pretty cool looking. We're going to land here a little later. But let's fly up. I'm still having a good time. Let's fly up fly up the river a little bit. They usually, you know, when they have a city update, it's usually about almost 20 miles of terrain that they'll update. And I can see all this this train looks updated. It looks like an entertainment area over here, kind of to me, possibly. And then on this side, I mean, we're starting to get into a lot of housing, so you'd expect more suburban landscape here. But yeah, it's a beautiful big river. I don't know if it's the Rhine or what. I don't know what rivers the Bremen is on. But boy, that Mercedes factory was awesome, honestly. What's over here? This looks like shipbuilding. I wonder if that's this is one of those things where you can sink it, put the ship over it, and then raise it up. It effectively is a big concrete thing that they can that goes up and down. Lursen. And there, that is a yacht. That's a super yacht there. That's not a regular ship. This is the Lursen shipyards. They make yachts there, I'm guessing. This is kind of cool, like this little square pond here. That's natural. Yeah, that's what you can do. These people have it in their backyard. They probably paid for it. I mean, you just excavate a square and water's going to fill it in when you're right next to a river. Let's see, we got more. I love how we have more like Fassmer. We got more building brands. We can see the name on the building. We're gonna get nice and low here. I still want to go up the river a bit, see what there is to see. We may not get a chance to fly here again, and certainly not in the Flying Pink School Bus. So it can complain about cabin heat, by the way, but that's it. And I should be able to turn the heat on a little bit to like there, and eventually that little red light should turn off. But I don't know. It's just a quirk of the plane. I'm just talking about the enunciators. That's this panel here. You normally don't want anything on, but cabin heat means it's too cold in the cabin, and it turns on. It's really not important. And I mean, by cabin I don't mean here. I mean back here. These guys. So they're freezing to death back there. That's what's saying basically. All right, we got some more industrial activity. Not cheer. This one seems to have a lot of power lines around it going off in different directions. So I'm going to say power, electrical power here. And you can see there's a big coal field that it's sucking up from. It's sucking up coal from there, sucks up to that thing. This is a coal-fired power plant right here, not nuclear. I mean, it's a tried and true technology. It's not the cleanest thing in the world. It is used. I thought Germany, though, would be already have shut down all its fossil fuel plants. But they actually just shut down their nuclear plants instead. So, yay. They sure brought into they definitely have, there's wind turbines as far as the eye could see. And they're generating power, but, they're actually they're actually the most expensive form of power generation. It's true. It really is. They don't last very long. They're expensive. They use a lot of land, blah, blah, blah. And they don't generate power when there's no wind at all. So, It's I'm not big. I think we should use more nuclear. And less wind turbines. I want to check out this area here. It's like a fairy tale up ahead. Then we're going to go turn around and land. Because I don't want to be flying all day. I got all sorts of things I want to do on stream. I want to play big brain games. I want to whip out my fancy cheap guitar right back there and play guitar for 35, 45 minutes. Yes, I am going to sing. Will it be pleasant? Probably not, but I'm trying to get better. We're going to have karaoke night at several nights at the TwitchCon, which is just 57 days away. And so I want sometimes we actually go and do outside a karaoke night at an actual karaoke bar where there's lots of people there. Last time I went I just sang one song, but I got some compliments on it. People said, "Yeah, you have." Or the lady there who worked there, who was organizing it, said, "Oh, you have a good tone." But I think that was a year ago. I'm hoping to even have gotten a little better since then. So this is just a really gorgeous little area I wanted to fly over. Oh, look, you can see our shadow. And then we'll fly over kind of this side of the river. So we took the other side. But I'm trying to figure out what this is here. So this is kind of a tributary. This is not the main river here. We're heading back there to land, right? Yeah. But I just want to see if I can figure out what this is. Nah. See, you can see this is kind of what unimproved terrain looks like. Also, it's got a lot more power towers there. So you think maybe that's power distribution or something. But we're going to head down this way. We're going to land on that little airport down there. Again, super easy plane to land. It lands nice and gentle, but and just very predictably. Stall speed's pretty low. It's like 55 knots. So, and the other really cool thing about it is it has thrust reversers on the propellers. The propellers have variable pitch propellers, but in addition to variable pitch, they can also pitch reverse. So to stop, you reverse the pitch of the propellers and then gas the engine like crazy. And it stops like a dime. And this plane actually has that fully implemented, which is pretty cool. All right, I want to make sure I have a nice lineup here. I think that okay, so it's this EDWD. So we want to come in here, like a little more like here. Yeah, you can already see the lights of the end at the end of the runway. So I'm already going to go to flaps 1. Now, of course, this plane has fixed landing gear. We do not need put down a gear, but we do want to start slowing down and reducing the power of the engines. This is what it looks like from here. Watching power carefully. Make sure we're still heading down. There's our runway right there. I recommend that all the passengers have their seats and tables have their in the upright position and have their seat belts fastened carefully. Thank you very much. We will soon be landing on the ground. I hope you've enjoyed Kench 909er Airlines, your flight. We know you have a choice of airlines. And thank you again for choosing whatever the hell airline this is. Hey, did you even pay for this flight? I'm gonna land entirely from the captain's position. We might do this a little bit, but not. But we're other than that, we're not going outside one time. I lied. I like going outside every now and then. I like watching the plane land. I think it's fun to actually kind of switch up. Oh, I'm gonna get a line up here. Lemverde. It's a little GA airport. We're gonna also we'll also have to come back and take a nice screenshot. All right, what's our speed? Too fast. Flaps position 2. That's all we should need there. Reducing power in more. What's our speed? We're running. Oh, we're only running 75 knots. That's plenty. I'm watching. Okay, so it says knots there on the left, the upper left of my instruments. There's a little red mark there. That's when you are going to stall. So we want to be comfortably above that red mark during landing, but not too much above it. But again, like any landing, it's just you want to take it nice and slow it easy. No need for large movements or anything. Just establish a nice position here. I want to see us going over these houses and shit. It's pretty cool. Yeah, no, you can definitely see this is, this is a, the appropriate glide path for this airport because of that lighting system. And not all runways are designed to be landed in both directions. What's our speed? Oop, a little slow. Give me a little more power, please. There we go. Should get a little jerky right around here. I'm gonna fly right over these little things here. It feels like it's slow motion, but this is exactly how fast you'd be landing in the real world. Yeah, we probably should have come the other way because that wind suck. A nice little gentle landing there. And then we go into reverse mode. I don't know if reverse mode really operates like the way I think it does. It doesn't matter. All right. It stopped real short. Doesn't need a lot of runway. All right, well that was a good flight. I liked it. All right, I'm gonna check out these little GA airport buildings here. These might have been redone for the this new world update. This is what it looks like from here. This is the steering thing, by the way. That little thing there, that's how you steer on the ground. That little lever there. Pretty cool. I mean, I'm steering using the rudder controls, but in the real world, you'd be steering using that weird lever, which is down for right and up for left. You have to get used to that, I would think. Yeah, we got a nice little selection of parked airplanes and cars over here, so we're gonna check it out. Yeah, I don't know if I knew if my thrust reversers are working correctly. I should probably check that. All right, we put flaps up. Try not to run into any cars here. Not that matters. I like it. They're all real cars. They're not like just like. Well, there's a bunch of planes kind of scattered in there. We're going to have to come to the refueling area here. Parking brake on. Park and brake on. Okay, we're all good there. All right, how do we turn off the engines? What are these here, by the way? Cockpit interior lights. Those don't do anything, right? if we put the engine in stop mode, oh, that's just the starter. So the correct way to stop the engines. Oh no, that does eventually stop the engines. Yeah, that was actually the correct way. Put the engines in stop. That the run, stop, and stop. They will stop. Perfect. And then we can turn off the generators. Turn off our battery. And then you'll see we're basically back into cold and dark mode. Oh yeah, we can open up the cargo door. That doesn't matter. I don't think there's there's another door, but I don't think we can open it from the inside. Armrest. Cool. Maybe we can. Hold on a second here. Yeah, this one here. That's an emergency exit. Yeah, there we go. Captain door handle. So that way we can see that door there. Cool. Awesome looking. All right, let me take a quick screenshot. I think that's going to be it for the flying content today. I mean, there's always tomorrow. I want to explore a lot more of Germany. We've got like 4 cities to explore, or three cities and one kind of area. But you know, when we have the flying pink school bus out, the thing is this: it's sunny on the other side of the pink side. But I think I'm just going to get something dramatic like this. You know, I kind of want to have we can always get this side. You can get a little bit pink there. Let's just pretend we're standing on the wing. There we go. I gotta get the Kench 9er in there. That's a screenshot. Thank you very much for the day. It's just a little reminder. It's just a little postcard I sent to myself. So I have a little memory of the today's little stream. Of course, I have the whole VOD on stream, so which I do watch. Oh, what time was it? About 50 minutes in. Be streaming a lot because I've got a musical segment and an hour of Lego building segment to do today. So we're going to have to get to it. But the next segment is the big brain game. So let me get into just chatting. Just chatting. Done. Yes, I'm in just chatting. I'm going to out of Microsoft Flight Simulator main menu and bring up my big brain games. It's, you know, I'm not even going to, you'll figure it out if you don't know what it is. But you know, they're different games every day. I do them even on the days I don't stream. The 2 days a week I don't stream. So let's see. We're gonna have it here. We're gonna go here. I shouldn't have had that up the whole time. Blah blah blah. Quirtle. Maximize that. Chick chat chair. We're gonna play the Quirtle first. The basic Quirtle. They have these every day. They come up with a new one. It's basically 4 random 5-letter words that you got to solve using these strategy words. Well, that's the way I do it. Let's see. What do we have here? I'm going to guess honor upper right. That's just a guess. Okay. It was something else, but that's okay. What else do we have here? Oh, here we have. This one we have all 5 letters on the lower left. So we should be able to get this one here. But let's see. It either begins with a T or a vowel. I don't think it begins with a T. Because tannic is not a word. Oh. Oh, antic. Yeah, it helps to spell it out, though. All right. And then what else do we got here? We have an O and a U. Could be UTO something. But it could also be OUT something. But then what? Yeah, I don't think it's OUT something. So I think it's UTO. Let's see. It's not futon. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave this one. What's up here? Let's just get something for this last one here. What could we guess here? Could be. Lots of things it could be. Could be Joker. Let's just guess Joker. I'm sure it's not. That's fine. Oh yeah, and this Oner is gonna be Goner, right? That's fine. We have 2 guesses left. This is gonna be tricky to finish this one today. What is this one here? It could be Wooer. It could be. All right, let's just try Wooer. It's not, but oh man. Wow. Well, now we know there's 2 O's in this one here. Let's just guess this one here. Let's try Outdo. I think it's Outdo. At least we got one. What was the last one? Rover. That's a hard one. Rover is hard to get. All right. Next game. That one was a loss. But that doesn't, we don't win them all. All right, it's a place. Blank is a blank and blank. Western blank. Located on the blank and blank to the blank. It is the blank and the principal blank and blank blank of the blank. To the blank of blank, who blank each year. Blank is known for its blank blank, for its blank blank, for its blank of blank, and for the distinctive blank and blank of its blank, which have been so well blank. However, blank to the something also see a crowded blank beset by blank, blank, and blank. Okay, so it's a place. That doesn't tell us much. It's Western blank. I want to see what Western Netherlands. Western Netherlands. Western Netherlands. What is Western Netherlands? I wonder what Western Netherlands. I don't know if I've ever heard of anything like that. It's not Flanders. Western Netherlands. Perhaps. Really? But that's not enough letters. It could be a city in Western, which does fit. A city in Western Netherlands. That I could figure it out pretty much on my own. From my knowledge of Netherlands, Rotterdam, Amsterdam, and The Hague are the Western cities. All right, let's just move on with our lives. Blah, blah, blah. The next game is called the Tightrope Trivia. This is the hardest of the week. 9-question multiple choice trivia questions. I consider myself a trivia master, but this one kicks my ass, so let's just do it. The Sunday one. Birkin. Oh my god, I'm already no way I'm not going to cross this one today. You can only get 2 wrong. Okay, vocabulary is not going to be a problem. That one, okay, it's a Futurama question, so I'm going to be able to get a Futurama question. I have seen all episodes of Futurama. Michigan, that makes sense, boy. Shoosh. Well, the Sundays always get me. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I just, I'm already like, I'm not gonna cross this one. Kind of a process of elimination there. I can't believe we actually crossed the trade. I mean, we got only 2 wrong. Considering I got the first one wrong. Oof. All right, well, we crossed it. No, not a big points fest, but I'm kind of happy to cross the Sunday trivia quiz. Most people are going to have trouble doing it the first time. We only do it one time. That's a terrible score. We're moving on with the big brain games. I think the brain's working. That was just a hard one. Let's how we do on the Octortles. Same set of starting words. We got to solve 8 5-letter words at the same time using one set of clues. We already have something spelled out here. Clump. Let's see. What else do we got that's practically spelled out for us? This one here is choir on the lower left. That's pretty much easy. Okay, this one could be trait, or it's probably trait. Let's see. We have OIST, but that's, you can think, it could be a lot of things because you know what it is, but no, it could be joist or foist. Can't be hoist though, because the H is not in that one. Yeah, only those 2, but let's wait for a bit here. This one here could be swath. Let's try it. Okay, now we know this one ends, it's probably ILTH. So I'm going to go filth. Lower left, see if that works. Very good. Now, do we still know if it's joist or foist? Yeah, it can't be foist. I think it's joist. Nice. Because it couldn't have been foist because the F was not in there. All right, now we got the 2 hard ones. We have 4 guesses to get 2 of them, so we should be okay. This one could be speed on the lower left, or speak. By the way, just after I hit that, I said, it could be speak. But it wasn't. That's good because we needed the D over here as well. So here, because there's no other vowels except for Y in it, so that makes that one easy. We're on it's the second to the last game. The last one's called the Rescue. We're almost done with the big brain games, and then we move into the musical categories. So I can do some sing. This one's maybe curve, upper left. Could have been other things apparently. That's not good. All right, let's see if I have something. This one could be guys, G-U-I-S-E. Let's just guess it. Guys. Dang. Well, we didn't get today, so you can only get 1 wrong. We got 2. But we're going to finish it anyway. Let's see. What else? If it's not, so it's sweet, which is another word it could have been. All right. Then we have this one ends in I-V-E. It could be olive. I bet you $100 it's olive. Which good because we needed the O and the L. We're not going to finish the game, but hopefully we get 7 out of 8. This one here is S-I-E-V-E. Then we have C-H-I, but what? C-H-I something. It could be chick. It could be. Let's try chick. It wasn't chick. Man, we're doing bad today. Oh, it's got an L in it. It's chill. Sheesh. What else did it have in it? Oh, chili. Well, you live and you learn. A little bit. I'm not learning anything. That's fine. I mean, I already knew all these 5-letter words. This one could be rapid, right? No, it's radii. It ends in 2 I's. So close. It wasn't close at all. We didn't get 3. That was terrible. That was the worst ever. But I guess the brain is not working today. What am I gonna do? I don't care. It is what it is. It's the only brain I have. I can't unplug it and plug a different one in. As much as I probably wouldn't want to if I could. I'd pass. I'll keep my current brain. May not be perfect, but it gets me around. All right, I'm in the musical category. That means after the little mid-roll here, I'll be whipping my guitar out and playing guitar for a while. And let's see where we are here. Fix my camera a little bit. A little bit lower. Right there. Let me get right. I feel like I'm in the wrong position. All right, let's get back into the correct position here. All right, where are we going here? All right, talking about guitars a little bit here. Hello. I don't know if my microphone is working properly, and I might have to dump it and go back to my older mic. I know it's not working properly, but at least it sounds okay. I'm not 100% sure. Adjusting the volume a little bit, make sure it's not over driving there. All right, and basically I like to talk a little bit about the guitar before I play it too much. I have 15 guitars, but I've been playing this one pretty much exclusively. I bought it a couple months ago on Amazon, sight unseen. It's a Leo James. Well, it says Leo James with a Z. I mean, no, it's not a real brand, like Fender or something like that. Or even a second-rate brand, like, I don't know, whatever. But the point is, I don't even know where they make these guitars. It says made on PRC on the box, but it doesn't have where made in China or anything on the actual guitar. It just says, doesn't even say where it's made. I don't know, but this is why I call it a fancy cheap guitars. For one thing, it's got this beautiful top. It does look great. You got your two humbuckers. It's got coil tapping on the single coil. It's got a good quality neck. All the wood, it's real wood. It's got a string through body construction. It comes with strap locks. It comes with lock-in tuners. The tuners are probably the first thing I'll change out someday. They're just not very practical. They're too big and they need to be smaller. I mean, it looks good and blah, blah, blah. The headstock looks great. And overall, the quality of the guitar is very hard. Most importantly, this is the only guitar I have of the 15 guitars I have that has stainless steel frets. The other guitars all have what they call nickel steel frets. Sometimes it's called nickel frets, but they're nickel steel. They're still nickel steel. It's a much softer steel. They have to cryogenically treat them so that they have any kind of hardness at all. And even then, after you play a guitar for about 1,000 hours or so that has nickel steel, you'll probably wear out the frets. There'll be little divots in them and they won't quite sound right. It'll be put a little bit too much pressure on the string. These are stainless steel frets. They should never wear out frets. And then when you bend, So that one and this one are things I wrote. How you doing? It's not really sounding good, but I do have to keep tuning it a little bit. A little better. All right. Let's see. Just want to do a little bush. I say a little bush here. OP good. Okay. I have to. You got a lot of abbreviations there. I am good. How about myself? Myself is good. Yeah, it's about the same. About the same. I'm just gonna play guitar for been doing my guitar. I'm gonna switch over to do some karaoke stuff pretty shortly. Do some of those REM songs I like to do. I got my Diet Coke right here. Where's my camera? There it is. Camera, Diet Coke. Hello. That's a Diet Coke. This, by the way, this whole thing is transition things. It switches through 5 different scenes, which are combinations of my 3 cameras. Every 12 seconds, and it's random, so it's unpredictable. It's pretty cool, but I don't have to touch anything to make these little transitions. But it's kind of funny when I'm talking and suddenly it changes. It moves away from my face. Like, would I do that? No. I wish I had some kind of like artificial intelligence that would do the camera work, not just this little random loop. And then after that, I will still be streaming for like an hour because I got to finish up the build of the Going Merry pirate ship, which I have sitting, you can kind of see sitting right down there. The Going Merry pirate ship, we have the final build of 5. It's been 5. This is been 4 builds. This will be the 5th build. 2 bags for build, 10 bags for blah blah blah. But it's a really cool Lego project. I'm very excited for finishing today. But I just want to play a little guitar too. So I wrote this little one. I wrote this little piece here on this particular guitar. This little finger picking. being a little finger pick a little bit here and there. All right. I'm going to sing a song. It's called Glycerine by Bush. I hope I know the lyrics. Must be your skin, I'm sinking in. I must be for real, now I can feel. I didn't mind, it's not my kind. It's not my time to wonder why everything goes white and everything's gray. But now you're here and now you're away. I don't want this, remember that. I'll never forget you where you're at. Don't let the days roll by. Glycerine, glycerine. I needed you more when I wanted us less. I could not kiss, just regress. Might just be pure and simple and plain. Well, that's just fine, that's just one of my names. I don't let the days roll by. I could have been easier on you. I couldn't change though I wanted to. I should have been easier by 3. Our old friends Sophia and you and me. Glycerine. I'm never alone. I'm alone all the time. Are you at one or do you lie? We live in a wheel where everyone steals, but when we rise, it's like strawberry fields. If I treated you bad, you bruised my face. I couldn't love you anymore. You got a beautiful taste. Oh, don't let the days roll by. I could have been easier on you. Glycerine, glycerine, glycerine. In New Orleans, they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know, I wonder. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now mothers, tell your children not to do as I have done. Spend your life in sin and misery in the house of rising sun. I got one foot foot on the platform and another foot on the train. I'm going down to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. In New Orleans, they call rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. All right, maybe I'll do a little karaoke if I feel like it. How about, let's see, let me pick one here. Oops, hold on a second here. Almost heaven. Hold on a second here. Well, I like to play along with it. I realize you can hear a guy singing along in this one. It's a great song though. It's in G. It's in A, but I like to play in G. One K, but almost heaven. Almost heaven, West Virginia. Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is older, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Country roads, all my memories gather around her. Miner's lady, to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, you drop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Out mama, take me home, country roads. I hear a voice in the morning now, she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home way. Driving down the road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. And mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. And mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, country roads. That's a good song. Kind of old country song, a little bit country rock. never try to make you think. Let you see one thing for yourself. And now you're off with someone else, and I'm alone. See, I thought that I might keep you for my own. Ain't what you wanna do. I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Don't you think the time is right for us to fight? All the things we thought weren't proper could be right in time, and can't see which way we should turn together. Oh no, I can never see what's right or what is wrong. Don't take too long to see what you wanna do. I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Well, now, ain't what you wanna do. I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Now it's come to what you want, you had your way. And all the things you thought before faded into gray, and can't you see? And I don't know if it's you or if it's me. If it's one of us, I'm sure we both will see. Won't you look at me and tell me what you wanna do? I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do that out. Ain't what you wanna do. I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Falling in it out of love, you. Falling in it out of love, you. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I keep falling in it out of love, you. All right, I want to hear me sing a little more. So that's what's gonna happen. The Time in a Bottle, oh man, what a great song. I'm not gonna play. This is a song I don't know how to play yet. I might learn it, but I don't care. This one, I just enjoy singing it. So, it's a good version. If I could save time in a bottle, first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you I've looked around enough to know that you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that had never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. Nice short song, really. Next one on the list. I'd meet somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I want to fall in love. No, I want to fall in love with you. With you. What a wicked game you play to make me feel this way. What a wicked thing to do to make me dream of you. What a wicked thing to say. Move out this way. What a wicked thing to do. Make me dream of you, and I don't want to fall in love. No, I don't want to fall in love with you. The world was on fire, but no one could save me but you. A strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd love somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. no one. The next song is going to be called Driver 8. We're not going to do Losing My Religion, but we'll do another REM song. Driver 8. Haven't done this one in a couple days, probably. I think this is the one we do. Let's start over. I'm trying to get the intro right. Walls are built up, stone by stone. Fields are divided one by one. And the train conductor says, take a break, driver 8, driver 8, take a break. We've been on this shift too long. And the train conductor says, take a break, driver 8, driver 8, take a break. We can't reach our destination, still a ways away. Saw a treehouse on the outskirts of the farm. Power lines have the loader so the airplanes won't get snagged. Bells are ringing through the town again. Children look up, all they hear are sky blue bells ringing. And the train conductor says, take a break, driver 8. Driver 8, take a break. Can't reach our destination, still a ways away. Still a ways away. Way to shield the hated heat. Way to put myself to sleep. Way to shield the hated heat. Way to put myself, my children to sleep. I read this song in a plane like that one. Selling faith on the go-to crusade. Locomotive 8, southern progressive, hear the bells ring again. This field to eat is a looking thin. And the train conductor says, take a break, driver 8. Driver 8, take a break. We've been on this shift too long. And the train conductor says, take a break, driver 8. Driver 8, take a break. We can't reach our destination, still ways away. Still ways away. Me, maybe we should probably do Sister Golden here. Before I forgot, I'm doing this one every time. I'm working on it. I'm trying to be a intro. It's Sunday, but I got so damn depressed that I set my sights on Monday and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. When And I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise. And I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent. I've been too hard to find. But it doesn't mean you've been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little? Just enough to show you care. When I tried to fake it, I don't mind saying, I just can't make it. But I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise. And I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one poor correspondent. I've been too hard to find. But it doesn't mean you ain't been on my mind. Will you meet me in the middle? Will you meet me in the air? Will you love me just a little? Just enough to show you care. When I tried to fake it, I'm not saying, just can't make it. My favorite songs. I'm starting to get a little sick of it though. I don't know. Drive. Let's do it. We're just gonna skip to another RE song. Oh, life is bigger. It's bigger than you. You are not me. Things that I will go to. Distance in your eyes. Oh no, I've said too much. Set it up. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. I'm trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I do it. Oh no, I've said too much. Haven't said enough. Thought that I heard you laughing. Thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. Every whisper of every waking hour, I'm choosing my confessions, trying to keep an eye on you, like a hurt, lost and blinded fool. Oh no, I've said too much. I set it up. Consider this. Consider this the hint of the century. Consider this the slip brought me to my knees. What if all these fantasies come flailing around attention, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. No, I've said too much, haven't said enough. Thought that I heard you laughing, thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. That was just a dream. Try, fly, try. That was just a dream, just a dream, just a dream. All right, that's it for the musical segment, though. I think I exercise. I got the vocal exercises I want. That's what I call vocal exercises. I would call that singing. Or that I can picture. I can click on a picture of me and see what I'm doing right now, live. Live, it'd be like one of those Inception dealies. I'm not going to click here. This probably cause an explosion of the internet if I clicked on my own live stream while live streaming. It won't, but that's okay. All right, so oof. All right, let me tell you what's going to happen here. It's going to get real exciting. And by exciting, I mean extremely boring. In that I will be building Lego. But, I mean, the good part is I will be completing the... Let me show you what's coming up here. First of all, some people build Lego in the just chatting category. I build Lego in the goddamn Lego category. I mean, that's what it's there for. Lego and brick building. And we are now in the Lego and brick building category. I'm going to be switching over. I'm going to be using my... You're not going to see I'm going to be sitting on the floor. I'm going to turn a light on. It's going to take me about 2 minutes. Give me a second. Switching over to floor cam here. Turn my light on. It'll literally take 1 minute here to reset. Lego light on. This camera right around here. Hello, Mr. Mo. Mr. Mo, I think, wants to be on TV. This goes right here. Mo, can I help you somehow? All right, that's gonna go. Oh, I just stepped on the cat. You did not like it. Instrument only. All right, there we go. See my foot? There we go. That's what you're gonna be watching, the Lego, for the next hour, but it's gonna be really cool. We are building this kit here, the one-piece Lego boat. I gotta get my iPad so that I can potentially read chat, should anyone chat. At least I can monitor my own stream. Let me get that set up. Mo, what can I do for you? You seem bored. He wants to help build Lego today, I think. So, we might have him build the Lego. Okay, 1 second here. Gotta turn my audio down so there's no audio feedback. There we go. Alrighty. Alright. So I'm gonna get this down here. This is here. That goes there. Mo, you're kind of blocking my light. Here. We built so far right here. Come in on this side a little bit here. Mo, you were completely blocking my light. I'm trying to build, but there's a cat. Hello, Mr. Mo. Kitty wants to be on TV. Here he is. You want to help build things, Mo? Want to help build things? Say hi, Kitty. Say hi to Kitty. Say hi to the world. He likes this. He's having a good old time. He likes a little kitty tickling. He's having a grand old time. Kitty content. All right, where were we? We're on bag 8. Oh, there it is, right there. No, we're on bag 9. We built bag 8. We want to build bag 9. Here we go. 9. Start to build bag 9 there. Just right here. Here's your bag 9. Mo, do you want to go outside? Go outside. Well, I think he wants to go for walkies. I got you, Mo. There you go. There you go. He wanted to go outside so badly he couldn't believe it. But now he's outside. Oh, by the way, I gotta get my Diet Coke here. Diet Coke. Here we go. So I can't really read my YouTube chat, but I can read Twitch chat. I can't imagine why anyone is going to, except somebody might randomly come and say, oh, what are you building? But that's it. Other than that, that's a lot. But when I get started, I expect it to take an almost solid hour to build these. And for that reason, we shall get this start. All right, so here's the big pieces. I like to put these over here. And here's the little pieces. Get these turned this way. Little pieces. Make sure they all fall out of the bag. There's the flat bag. A bunch of cool little pieces. Here's a bunch of other little cool pieces. Lots of pieces. I think this ship has over 1,300 pieces. Oh yeah, somebody's trying to sell me good viewers. Best viewers. I want the crappiest viewers. All right, so also wants us to bring out these items here, but we got these right here. Oh, they shorted this one. Well, maybe it fell out. They didn't short this name. Right here. Ah, it fell out of the bag. Okay, we're building something here. That's a superstructure. I think it's going to go over the front or the back. I don't know what. Oh, and we got to take. Oh, it's got these pre-made kind of caisson things. Okay, so one of these. Hold this like this and put it along here. Okay, take the other one. Put it on the other side. Step 331. Take two of these dudes here, 1 and 2. And put one of them here, and one of them here. To make that step there. Well, put it in correctly. All right, next step is step 333. So we're going to need two of those items. Yeah, see one here and one here. That's two of them. And they're going to go kind of facing in like that. Facing in like that. Perfect. Then we have another one of these, and that's going to, it's a file drawer, I think, technically is what it is. I don't know. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. These little weird pieces here, but they're cool. Okay, so now it wants us to place all sorts of interesting little weird pieces. So we got to find these one-of-a-kind weird pieces here. We got like these are like some kind of fruit or something. There's a banana. There's this croissant. And there's supposed to be a pretzel. Or is it a drumstick we're looking for? Yeah, we're looking for, there's the drumstick. And here's the pretzel. So we got all four of these little food items here. Now, let's see. Where are these supposed to go, though? Because I don't know if they really click in. Maybe they, I'm wondering if they like slot in somehow. I think you just toss these in. I don't think these go in. I mean, I think they go in a specific place, but they're not gonna, well, and they could potentially like that, but I don't think that. I think they're just loose. From what I can tell, okay. And so yeah, the carrot goes in there. And then it wants us to take the pear. Well, there was one of those in there already. Let's see what all these little weird pieces are. Here's the pear, or fruit of some kind. And then the croissant. I don't really understand. I think they just kind of go in loose. And whatever. There's a red fruit, an apple, and this guy. That goes in here. I think it's basically just storage of, goods. So I don't, yeah, they can't possibly fit in, stay in there. Okay, now we have all four of the, we should have all four of the, here it is, wanted posters, but two of ours were the same. No, three of ours are the same. Three of them are Dracula Mihawk, and one of them is Monkey D. Luffy. I think that's very bad luck, from what I can tell. But they're random, so the fact that you get multiple ones of the same one is you're out of luck. But I'll show you here. You get 4 random wanted posters, and I think there's 10 different ones, right? There's like 10 different wanted posters. And what we have here is one Monkey D. Luffy, and 3 of the same ones: Mihawk, um, Dracule Mihawk. He's a really side character. So I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. I think we got. I don't know. They're not like valuable or anything like that. Oh yeah, it wants us to put these in here. Oh, this is storage for the wanted posters. Oh, all right. Okay, the wanted posters go in here. 1, 2, 3. And it's kind of like, they should just like fit in here like chat, according to this. All right, wanted posters. Well, man, it's a little harder to fit in than you think. Perfect. There you go. Then you fit it perfectly. Wanted posters. Step 337 was finito. All right, so now we're going to take this piece here, 1 of these, and 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. There they are. Okay, we're going to make 2 of these sandwiches here. 1 and 2. And put those under here and here. And this guy's going to go on the top, facing that direction to make that shape. Perfect. And that's going to go on top of what we're building here. Yeah, it fits very. It doesn't really. It's designed to not fit really hard, so you can remove it like it's got a little handle to it, so you can see on the inside. I believe because it doesn't really fit down that well. All right, where's it supposed to go? Facing the back. This goes on the back of this thing somewhere. Oh, it goes in. Oh, interesting. It goes in its hole here. And I did not realize that this hole was going to be filled up. Right? Yeah, that's what it shows. And it does fit in there. You put it there, and then you can lift up this handle to see in there. It's pretty ingenious. All right, but you have to know it's there. But yeah, okay, now, all right, cool. Okay, so now we're going to need 1 of these. This is the correct length. Perfect. 1 of, hold on a second here. Okay, 1 of these. We got 1 million of these. And 4 of whatever that is. I got to close it to figure what that is. Okay. 4 of these items here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There they are, right? The tall ones. There they go. Those are all the tall items. Okay, so first we put this into that barrel like that. And then these go on stacked before they get put on. And I believe it's going to go this direction. Like that. Okay. And then another 2 stacked on top. You're just like, I don't know exactly how. Stack like that. And I guess we're just going to put them like that. Right? Kind of looks like the shape. And that's going to go, I mean, this is definitely a mast. So that goes in here. Or bottom part of the mast. Very nice. Right here. Step. All right, we need 1 little black gripper dude, mini gripper. That's in here, so, or it's actually gray. It's gray. Here's the gray gripper. And a little gray wrench. Here it is. Where's that going to go? Okay, first of all, this side of the boat. This one goes in the middle hole of these little 3 holes here. There's little 3 holes here. So it wants us to put this in the middle hole, right there, like that. And this one is over here, nearby, facing which way? Yeah, up and down, like that. So make these 2 grippers here. Those are for the rigging, for the main sail, or the front sail. Foresail, whatever it's called. Okay, we need another gripper. Here's a little gripper and another wrench. Here's a little mini wrench. Okay, go to the other side, and then the gripper goes in the middle hole, facing that direction, or the wrench, and the gripper goes on this hole, facing up and down. That. I mean, they'll move around if they need to. Okay, I think we've done that step. All right, so now we're going to need this anchor. Here we go, handy Lego anchor. And some kind of weird looking piece. No, it's this chain here. There we go. This chain and this anchor. You don't see those too often. So let's see. Holding the anchor like, okay, it's symmetrical. Is it symmetrical? No. No, it's not. So pull it like that, and then this anchor piece goes on here. And what is kind of like that, though. Okay, so this side. See if I can figure out where this attachment point is here. So that shaky sound is all that loose fruit and stuff in that storage barrel, not loose pieces. All right, let me see if I can get this on here. This is going to take a little close-up work. So this piece goes there. There it goes. It doesn't want to stick on too easily. Now that piece sticks on here. Like that. Little chain, perfecto. Perfections. All right, next we're going to build some kind of sub-assembly. Let's start building it. All right, black dowel rod. This kind of dowel, perfect size. And let's see, we're going to need one of those and one of these, right? Yeah, that's this thing here. And then one, like a connector piece, I think. It's that thing. I think it's this thing here. It doesn't really matter. That to make that shape there. Perfection. Okay, now we're gonna need a barrel. Here, this kind of barrel. And something that looks like that. I think that's this piece here. So let's see. Holding this like this. That. Okay, alright, so this barrel will go there. And this piece will go on. Which way though? Like that. Actually, this is the wrong piece, I think. Yeah, this is the piece I was looking for. Alright, that's the actual piece. So it goes on like that. Perfecto. Make sure you have the right piece, and this goes in there. Like that. Make that look piece, right? So how that looks. Perfections. Okay, now we're going to need one of these little mini wrenches. And this red piece is that long. Perfecto. So the wrench goes in here. Okay, like that, kind of. This piece goes in here, like that, kind of, to make that shape. Okay, and then we're going to need two more of these dudes. These are the, that forms the mast. And they're going to go on this direction. Beautiful. Does that make this shape? I'm trying to figure out why they want us to let's do this like that, kind of. All right, looks good. All right, so now we're going to need a couple more interesting looking pieces. This is definitely one of them. What does this piece look like? Looks like a lot like this piece. So I'm going to go for that. All right, so this goes in there. It does fit in. And this piece is going to do what? Oh, I think it fits into here. Like that. Perfecto. All right, where does that go? Like that. Facing that way. And right in here. Okay, that's the rear mast. in part of the rear mast, bottom, half the mast. All right, 6 of these guys. 1, 2, 3. These are always easy to find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And 6 of those little toppers right here. We're going to put the toppers on those pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start doing that. 1, 2, 3. So I'll be showing this off at the end of today's stream, and then every stream from now on for like a week or so, I will be talking and showing off all the cool features of this Lego. So if you missed the build segment, you'll still get to kind of see what got built and how cool it is. Oops, this way. And here's the last one for this one. Okay, these little banister elements, and where are they going to go? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them around the newly placed mast, rear mast. Kind of certain positions. 1, 2, and then this one's going to go here, right? So there's 2 empty spaces between them. And then this one's going to go here. And then this one's going to go here. I believe that's the layout. Yes, perfecto. All right, so now we're going to get 3 these white caps. Yeah, they're going to make this banister here. Oh yeah, that's going to go that way. And this one's here. And this one's here. Cool. Very good. Very nice. Perfecto. Next step. All right, for this one, we're going to need one of these. I'm going to blame them. One of these. This thing goes in that direction here, into this barrel, right? Yes. And then another one goes into there. We're going to be making that part of this mast for a while. Another one goes in. Okay, now we're going to need certain dowels. There's this one and the longer black one. So these 2 ones, perfect. So this gray one, and then we need this guy here. So the gray one goes in there, and then this guy should go through here. And then another barrel dude. And then in the black one. And then another this guy. It needs to be definitely the correct orientation. And then 2 little gray wrenches out the sides of those. Gripper dudes. Like that. And like that. To make hopefully this shape here. Does it look right? It really does. That's 359. So step 360. All right, we're going to need one of these, and then this dude here. So this goes on the inside there, and then that's going to get pushed on this way, I think. No, the other way. Oops. I think it's going to get pushed on this way. Yeah, makes a difference. Make that shape. Is it right? It is. All right, now we're going to need 1 brown of these guys, and he's going to go here. Beautiful. Yeah, that's the crow's nest eventually, I believe. All right, now we're going to need 1 of these pins and 1 of something else. Let's go here. 2 of these guys here. So I guess we just need to cut these out. They're not sticky or anything. They're just, you know, embossed in there. There's 1. I'll take them both out now. Okay, so this thing goes, this pin goes in. Okay, well, let's do it the right way. This way, according to the picture, right? And then that goes on the top of this mast. So, that looks like the picture there pretty much. It really does. Truly does. All right, we can move on. And that's going to go at the top of here. Let's see. Right? Just want to make sure I do this right with the right orientation. I think this is correct. I mean, you can always take it apart. And then these are going to fit on. One there. Really careful, just want to rip it off. Perfect. A little tension there, but not too much. Just the right amount of tension, I believe, for the correct operation of that rear mast. Perfect. Very nice. Oh, this anchor keeps going on. But that's not gluing her on. It's fine if it comes off. All right, let's see. There we go. Jolly Roger up. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I wonder if they gave us two, unless one's a, two of them, one is a back up. All right. Now we have these smaller things that fit together. These are a little fragile. I'm gonna be careful with them. So we're gonna make four of this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like that, and then put this item in this side of it, right? Yeah, it does stick out. And that's, okay, that's the rear mast. So according to that, that's going to go in here. Perfecto. Okay, next step-o. Let's see, 365. We got a whole another bag after this one, so there's plenty of stuff to go. We're going to need one of these. I'm going to stand up and walk around a bit, though. One of those. One of what? This is the ball end one. Yeah, it's a ball end gray piece. Or 2 of those, fine. 2 of these. 1 of these. And 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. All right, so first thing we do is, yeah, those are the right ones. We stick that on there. Stick another one on this side. Yeah, these are definitely going to hold the mast. These are the mizens or whatever. And then one of these in here to make that shape there. Perfecto. And the other one, this is here. This is here. So the ball end here. And I'm guessing so we can join them together here, here, to make this shape here. Perfecto. All right, this is gonna be the, where is this bad boy gonna go? Oh, right, this is at an angle. So it's gonna fit in far side. Okay, I can do that. Let me give it a second. I can figure that out. It's gonna go in here, and then in here, at an angle. And there, oh, you can't touch the, you can't touch this this little segment here because this little anchor thing's gonna fall. That's probably gonna fall a lot. All right, I'm just trying to see if that's about the right angle. It really is. So we're gonna move on to the next step, which is step 366. We're gonna need this and this. This is gonna go here, facing that direction. And then we're gonna get some more of these. Got this treasure chest here. Okay, so the chest has a hinge. And we could have actually, I've never seen a treasure chest in Lego before, but it's apparently a thing. There's the chest opening and closing. And it wants us to put the bone, then the drumstick, and one of the sausages in there. I've got 2 sausages, okay? And that goes there, close that, put that on where? Right around here. fit right there like that to make that shape, right? And want it to open up that direction, correct? Now, that's a really cool little piece, though. All right, and that's going to go here. Right. Yeah. Oh, actually, it wants us to put a few more things on it. You got this green piece here. It wants us to put there. And this little white coffee cup thing, which I do not see. Oh, it's kind of clear. It's not white. But it is a very elaborate piece that can go here, according to this. Okay, so those two pieces are here. I found it. And that's going to go here. Cover this up. But again, these are temporary covers that are easily removed. You can pick these up to see the inside after you've built it and you want to show it off. So you just kind of pull this up. It easily pulls off. And you can say, oh, there's the interior. And then you put it back down. And it holds itself on enough that it's not going to go flying off. All right, so now we're building another masking thingy. All right, let me have a little Diet Coke. All right, so let's see. One of these. Start by sticking that in there. One of these. That goes in there. And then a kind of a complicated piece. I think this one here. Yes. And that's going to go here, facing that direction effectively. Very nice. Now we have another barrel, brown barrel, and another red piece connector. There we go. And let's say it looks like another brown barrel and another red connector. That looks like even a third brown barrel and another red connector to make one, two, another one. Play these pieces, build them up. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. This thing, 1, 2, 1, 2, and a little bit of red sticking out both sides. Perfect. Well, we got another one to build. Another one of these, and a red then. Perfect. Here we go. Now 6 of these. Now this gray one. This is a long mast. Okay, and then one of these thingies here. I'm going to make sure we do this in the right orientation. Looks like this is the right orientation. 2 little wrenches, which are actually grippers. 1, 2, like that, to make this shape here. Looking good, so we're moving on. All right, so we're gonna need 2 of these, 2 of the ball end guys, and 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still got plenty of pieces. All right, so first we're gonna take this, that goes in there. We're building basically another mast that we built before. The ball end piece goes here. Take this. Another one of these. Ball end piece goes in one side. And then how we out, and then these are gonna go in here. Right. To make that shape there. Make sure it looks good. It still looks good. All right, and that's gonna go, that's the front mast. Okay, so it's this direction. Blah, blah, blah. I think it's gonna have to go that way. To look like the picture pretty much does. All right, front mast installed. All right, so now we need the 4 of the rigging pieces, these little things that look kind of like rope, but they're plastic. Let's see, not made out of rope. All right, so we're gonna need 4 of those, 2 of these, 2 of these, 4 of the brown grippers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 of these dudes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got everything we need to build whatever it wants us to build. All right, so starting with this, right, first it wants us to put these through. I think kind of facing that way, not that it matters that much for now. That way it goes there, that one's there. And with the bottom
separate them with these items. Right here, kind of just go one through there, and one through here. Make sure that these kind of not twisted. It's not like so. It looks like that. And I bet we have, and then we have to do that twice. But we'll finish this up. All right. So then we take this in like that, like that, and then these are going to grip onto here. That, and another one is going to go like that, and grip on like this. Perfecto, make that shape there, and we're going to do that again. So we start with this and this. Let's see. I don't think that matters too much. This goes on here. This one goes on here. These goes on the inside, really. So let's see if I drop it, it's going to be a pain in the ass. Let's see if I do this in the right order. Okay, this one goes in here. This one is going to go in here. There we go. Don't want to twist it. Don't twist it. And we've got these goes into here. These goes into here. And both of these go on one and two. Make these two shapes. Perfect. Right? Yes. Alrighty, now these are going to go to the front rigging. Where are they going to connect to, though? So one of them is going to go in, okay, they're behind there. Okay, yeah, I think it does want these, this orientation and this orientation for those. Not exactly what we had, but now we got it right. And then they're going to go into where? Just see. All right, there's two grippers. So two grippers. So right, one is here. And one is here. And we go up like that. Perfect. And the other side. Let's see this right here. It's starting to look like a pirate ship. Oh, I may not have done that right. No, I did. Okay, these have to be with this facing inside, though, right? Yes. Okay, this is the correct orientation for that one. I believe this is the correct orientation for this one. Snaps in quite nicely. Well, that piece snapped out. Very good. And these face inwards. Okay, so side rigging done. Now we have to attach them to where? Okay, to these grippers here. This won't be easy. This one might be a little tougher. Okay. Rigging done. That's actually some of the harder things I think to do, but they're in. They're nice and solid. All right. We're got another mast and crow's nest kind of thing to build here. We start with this. We're going to put a barrel on one side of it. We're going to slide something in there. And link it to this one. All the way in. And we got this huge barrel here. And it looks like they want us to cover up like that. Kind of put that there. And then put these like this. Okay. Yeah, that's the crow's nest. I think. Hey, does that look like the right shape? Just double checking. It does. All right, step 385. Boy, we've done a lot of these. So I got a whole bag to do. I'm going to stand up and walk around a little bit. Get some circulation back in my legs. All right, we're getting one of these and one of these. And it wants us to put this one. Boy, I just got to look real close at this picture. It's hard to tell what the orientation of this piece is. Yeah, you know, the orientation piece is that. So it wants us to put this on this way. There it goes. It will fit on. There it goes. It gets all the way in. And then this piece just fits on top, though. It doesn't go through. So that's that shape, right? I mean, yeah, that thing's pushed in. Okay. And then we're going to build some more. So let's pull out these last two pieces here. These two pieces here. And then 4 of these pieces. 1, 2. Stick this in here. 1, 2. Stick this in here. These, and they're gonna go how? They're gonna go like here and here to make that shape. Right? Just checking. Perfecto. And then we gotta make another Jolly Roger. So hold it like this. And like that. And this will do it exactly the way they want it. And then this is gonna go on the top of here. It's perfecto. And the mat's going on the front. Let's figure that one out. Okay, yeah, this faces forward, this faces forward. This is gonna go in comme ça. Ça. Perfect. According to the picture, we're still on the picture. Oh, boy, I got a lot of extra pieces here. More than I expected, but most of these are kind of weird ones. I think we're okay. So make sure we didn't like really mess up. Use that one. Use that one. I think they're probably extras, but just in case, I'll keep them nearby. In here. Cheers. Just give me 1 second. It's not a problem. I'm not so clumsy. I'm a clumsy person. Give me a second. We're gonna have to take a little walk here. Having a good time, are we, Mo? Here, 1 second. And we'll get the final bag. Bag 10 out. I'm kind of excited. 1 more second, though, please. All right. Excuse me. Man, I'm kind of a wreck. But honestly, it's a relaxing way to spend your Sunday afternoon, in my opinion. And I'm certainly excited about finishing after all this effort. All right, here's the big pieces. We have a minifigure to make. We'll do that shortly. Small pieces there. Small pieces are out. There you go. Perfecto. Some little pieces here. Some little details. Let's get some hair. There's some hair. Should be a head somewhere around here. There's a head. There's a body. Torso. And let's find some legs. There's the hair here. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Orange hair goes on top of the head. There we go. I love this character though. I mean, I love the minifigures. It's such a really well done version of the character. And these characters are all kind of like, you know, crazy outfits and they're very iconic in a way. Okay, but then what's this thing here? We'll find that out later. All right, she's got some kind of staff she's carrying. Just this thing here. So we'll give her her staff. No, that's the minifig. There she go. Really cool. Okay, we've got all 5 minifigs. We'll show them off a little later. They're going to go on the ship, of course. All right, so we get to build a sub-assembly. The rear. That I mentioned there's a way you can slide on and off on the rear. The whole rear assembly kind of is a sub-assembly that slides on, and that way you can take it off and see the galley underneath it without having to like rip anything apart. But so first, that's why it is a sub-assembly. All right, let me see if I can figure out how to do this here. Okay, this one and this one. Let's just get started. Shows it right in the middle, right? And then 2 of these. 1, 2. 1, 2. One of, let's see. One of those and the joint thing. Hinge. Okay, so the hinge is going to go. There's only one way the hinge can go, this way. So open that direction, that's going to go there. And this one's going to go here. Like that shape. And then get a longer one that goes on top of those. Like that shape. And we've got this bad boy here somewhere. Oh, yeah, here he is. There, like that shape. Open on. Okay, so we're going to need one of these. This weird black guy thing here, and a blue dude, shelfy dude. Alright, so that, yes, this is going to go on that. Facing up. This goes underneath there. There, and then that's going to go here. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if that goes there. Is it supposed to actually fit in there? Oh, it does. Okay, it does fit there. I'm like, that doesn't help it. It fits. Alright, I mean, it's a little weird fitting, but I think that's intentional. Alright, so 2 of these. 1, 2. 1 of these. Okay, so this one is going to go that way. This one's going to go that way. And those are going to go under here, like that. Like that shape there. Perfecto. Okay, now we're going to need one of these. This guy here. Let's see some blue pieces. Unusual blue pieces, but that's what it is. We've got some need for blue pieces, and there they are. Okay, so let's see. Blue piece here. This square blue piece there. And this one on here. And that next to that facing that way. Make that shape. Perfecto. Okay, now we're going to need this item here. And one white barrel, but not tapered, right? Yeah. These are all tapered, untapered barrel. I don't see it. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Okay. Oh, it might be clear. Yeah, I don't know if it's white. It might be a clear barrel. It is, yeah. All right, so I should be looking for the right thing. It's really hard to see. Here it is. It's a clear barrel. All right, so where's all this stuff going to go? This piece is going to go here. That. And this clear barrel is going to go right here, according to the picture. There we go. Look, it looks like white, but it's clear. Very good. Now we got this red piece. Is this the flower pot? Yeah, it's a flower pot with a handle. Let's assume that's a little tiny piece here. Here it is. So the flower pot actually does fit. And the handle does fit over it. But you have to get it right. There it is. A little handle on the flower pot. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to be. Maybe it's a cooking pot? I don't know. It goes there. That. And then there's a little telescope dude facing this way. It's just a tailing and a spoon. Here it is. It's going to fit in here. And that. Perfecto. Alright. Next, we're going to put those away. Alright, we need 2 of these. Got them. 2 of these. Got them. And 2 of these. Got them. Right, perfect. Alright, this one goes on here. This one goes here. These are going to go here and here. That shape there. Perfecto. Oh, another one on top. That shape there. Perfecto. And that's going to go where? Oh, like, oof. Yeah, like this direction, like here, I believe. So kind of, alrighty. Interesting. Alright, so next we're going to need one of these. One of these. Go down that. And then we need 2 of these. 1, 2. They're going to go here and here. We got 1 of these. And another one of those thingies here. We got a bunch of those. And it's going to go this orientation. This. There's another one that goes on top. Here we go. Top piece there. Another piece here. It's very symmetric to what we already built. Let's see. We need 1 of these. We need more of these black pieces and this guy here. Alright, so holding this orientation, that should fit on there. And this piece should fit like that. And these guys should go in like that. Yeah, it does. Just perfect. Alright, now 2 of these. 1, 2. 2 of these. Well, that one is a little hard to find. We might have to improvise here. Let's see. Oh, we got it. All right. First we have this here. This piece goes here. I'm just all confused. And this piece is going to go underneath here. And that's the hold in this direction. Goes underneath there. Perfecto. So we're going to take all these. Let's see. This one's going to go here. There's like a gold shelf piece that goes there. That piece there. Piece there, right? The blue piece goes here. And that blue cap goes next to it on that side. Alright, so make this shape here. Take this guy here. This time he faces in like that. And yeah, our bag. I guess this does sit on something like that. Bag of gold, I don't know. Okay, so now, a bunch of little unusual pieces here. This piece facing like that, and then there's like a jewel. That's gonna go there. That one's gonna go here. And then what? Let's see. This gold this red clearish barrel, that, that, and that's gonna go here. It's all sorts of little detailed pieces. That's really cool looking, by the way. And that's gonna go here. Good, not to right. Hold on a second here. So this opens up to. It's cool. You can tell it's designed to kind of open up. So it looks like the picture. It does. All righty. One of these. Two of these. 1, 2. All right. Oh yeah. It's gonna make us. It's really gonna help to reinforce those. I'm a little confused how this is gonna work. These aren't gonna fit like that. Yeah, because I'm missing a step. This one goes on. Those. Very good. Don't miss a step. All right. I missed a step. But of course it wouldn't have worked without adding that step in there. Okay. This one's gonna go like this here. And this other jointy dude is gonna go. So you get the double joint there. Makes it a lot stronger. Okay. And 2 of these. 1, 2. They're going to go along the top here. 1, 2. Very nice. Right. Now we need 1 of these. And 2 of those. These. Alright, so that's gonna go. Let's see, this piece is gonna go here. These pieces are gonna go along here and here. 2 like that. Very nice. Still looks like the thing. It opens up, so it still looks like that. Perfecto. 1 of these and 2 of these. Okay, we're gonna cover that and make it nice and thick. It's the rear deck, I think. So that's gonna go there, there, and there. They still move a bit, but cool structure. Definitely looks like that picture. All right, so 2 of these and 2 of these. All right, so they're gonna go. Let's see, these caps are gonna go here and here, covers, and then these pieces, triangulars, go there and there, making this shape here. Perfecto. 418. All right, we want 2. I think these are these covers here. This one and this one. Here and there. Make that shape. Moving along. We're getting real close to the end. Do 2 of these. 2 of these. All right, we got our pieces. Let's see. Okay, where do these go? Interesting-ish. Let's see. One's gonna go here. One's gonna go here. And then these are gonna go on there, I believe, and here. That shape looks good. So opens and closes. Pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, 2 of these. 1 and they definitely have spares of those. There it is, though. And 2 all 1, 2. Perfecto. All right. So according to this picture, square ones go, the little 1 by 1s go here and here. 1 there. here. Okay, so cover that, right? And cover this. I think. And these pieces go in how? I think like this and like that. I'm pretty sure. That and like that. Like this shape here. Yeah, it kind of covers that interior nicely. Very good. All right, 2 of these and 2 of these. We're running low on pieces. Let's see. This piece is gonna go here. 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 Lat. Perfecto. And we have 6 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. That's those guys. We're gonna start putting those things on there. So this takes a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're gonna go where? They're gonna go. Okay, so let's see. 1 here. 1 here. 1 there. 1 here. 1 here. 1 here. To make that looks perfecto. Okay, we got another 4. Oh, but these don't. These are without though extra caps on. Interesting. Fine. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like that. Perfecto. Okay, now we need 2 grippers. 1, 2. And 1 of these guys. Here, chest. Okay, so this guy's gonna go on top of those. And then, interesting. This gripper face inside, like that, and this gripper face is inside, like. Oops. Let's put that on for you. There we go. Flying Lego pieces. There we go. Like that. Okay, that is done. 426. 426. We're gonna need, let's see, 2 of these guys, 1 of these guys, 2 of these guys. Pretty much down to last pieces here. Alright, so we're gonna make some banister railings here. These are gonna fly back like that. Banister railings. This one's gonna go here. Cover that one up. This one's gonna go here. Make sure these are on. Very good. And then we just cover up this little piece here. Very nice and finished. Very good. Wow, gorgeous. Stunning. Super cool. Alright. Ooh, now we have some more things to do. Alright. So first we take this item. Take this thing and put it in the middle? Does that even fit? Oh, it does it if you do it this way. Oh, interesting. Like that. Right? No? It does fit if you do it this way. It does fit. Okay, so make that, face it that way. And then what do we need here? This dowel. This goes in like that. Okay. And then it wants to take this thing here and put 2 orange and 2 green things. I'm thinking goes upside down on this thing. Like that. And do the same thing again. So you're going to be doing this a whole bunch of times. This fits on here again like that. These can spin around. I don't really think it's, you know, the orientation's not that important. Not sure what these are. All right, so we need to make 2 of those. So start with this. And this cap does go on the inside if you do it right. There you go. Put this dowel in here. Make this piece here. 2 orange and 2 green. Caps, orange caps. Green caps. Upside down. And the second one. This one. Orange. Green. Orange. Green. Upside down. That piece there, like that. And then we got 2 of these, and what do we want to do with them? Okay, they go with those grippers. Maybe they're trees. I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be. But put where they're supposed to go. I think they're trees. I think some kind of. Yeah. All right, so we're finished with the rear sub-assembly. Oh yeah, cool. These are the little things that hold on to stuff. So what happens is, all right, we finished all this stuff here. Yeah, there's still some more pieces, right? Got a lot of buffer pieces here. All right, right. So the rear of the ship has these rails here. Slot. You can see the slot rails. So it's designed to, let's see, go in here. Perfecto. And slide in. If we do it right, right? So you might need to do it. Oh no, right. That's not the things that slide. These are the things that slide in. That was too low. And these slide in. Oof, maybe not. Hold on a second here. Gotta put my ram head back on. All right, got some fragile parts here. Okay. All right, I gotta see if this is gonna slide on or not. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I think it should slide on here. Yeah, I think I did something wrong. That may require some debugging. All right, let's see if I can figure out what's going on here. Because it should fit in there. But something is definitely stopping it. Let's see what it might be. This takes a little coercion, but it wasn't messed up. Just need to make sure all the pieces are in a little bit tighter. The tolerances are small, but no, the keel fits on the back perfectly. Is what it's supposed to look like. I'm gonna have to figure that out a little later. This anchor keeps falling off, but I think it's effectively designed to. I mean, it just barely hangs on there. this. All right, we gotta rig the sails, but on that, we're ready to go. We're done. We gotta put the final sails on. So we take our, let's see, wants to take our big sail out here. We gotta pull out both of the sails. We need to extract these from the vinyl piece that is put in without tearing it. And we've got the rear sail. Let's get the front sail. Very satisfying. All right, that's how the front sail go. Basically, just it goes in. Yeah, these little holes here. I think effectively. Oh, let me see if I can get this without shredding anything. One, right? Is that the direction it goes? Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Once they're on, it's kind of permanently mounted, but beautiful. There we go, perfecto. And the rear sail. How does that go? Just let's see. Inside the rigging though, so you gotta slot it in. Damn, I keep knocking that off. My ram's head. There's got a lot of little sensitive parts like the rudder. Yeah, let's see if we can get this on carefully here. That goes in, slotted inside there. And then this piece has to get onto here. Right, and this piece has to get onto here. And this piece goes on to here. Perfecto. Yeah, that's exactly how it's supposed to look. It's coming together. There's a couple little finishing pieces to do here. Oh, that's the loading of the cannon. These are your cannonballs. I'll explain that in a second. Yeah, it's done. Wow. Whew. What a trek and a half. I just put some of the tricks. Yeah, so these final pieces here, these are extras. These black ones here, I'll show you in a second. I gotta be careful. They're easy to lose. The black ones represent the cannonballs. I'm actually gonna move over to my main set here. I'll show you. Take these up here. Oh. Well, that was a long ass build. Long build. I loved it though. What's about, I don't mind building Lego for long periods of time. All right, where are we? There we are. Back for the pirate ship. I by the way, wasn't sorry if you're not here and I didn't respond to you, but I can't see YouTube chat while I'm doing. I can see Twitch chat because I'm monitoring my Twitch feed. But let's look at the ship. Oof. Okay. I switched this camera so you can see it a lot better. Got the good lighting here. All right, so let's look at some of the details here. Okay, you got the sails, the rear sails. Oh, you are. Thank you. I'm glad you're still around. You got kind of these cool scrolling. This is the ram's head theme, the sheep horn theme from the front. I didn't even know that there was going to be these kind of, I don't know what these are, like trees or something like that. I'm not really sure exactly what they're supposed to be. But I'll have to go watch the show again. The rudder moves around. You got that part there. But I want to show you some of the cooler features. Again, there's there's this treasure. There's like a chest here, right here. It opens up, and there's like stuff in there. There's like weird items in there and stuff rolling around. Okay, so one of the cool functional features is the front-facing cannon. I got a little yellow thing in there, and it works in that if you push the button on the front here. I mean, you're not gonna see it. I have to, it fires the cannon. So let me show you here. Okay, so there's a little cannon in the front here,
and you load it like saw. You push this little thing in, your little black cannon in that way, and it makes this little, it kind of goes in. And then to launch it, you push the button at the top, this little button here. That's actually a button. And it'll go flying about 10 feet. I'm gonna put I gotta put this anchor keeps falling off. There's an anchor there and on chains. Yeah. Every time you kind of brush against it, this little anchor is gonna fall off because it's just barely on. How's it go on? It goes on this little piece here. Can't get as ill as I see it. It's mirrored. Like that. And it just barely hangs on. But that's the anchor. And let's see. Okay, friend's got the ram's head. Oh, yeah, I want to do this, the ram's head. All right, so the other things I want to show are there's a lot of these interior features, and you might think, well, you can never see them. But what it's designed is for that you can easily pull off certain cover pieces. Like they're on very weakly. So then you could pull off a cover piece and look inside, see that there's a stateroom in the front, and then you can cover that up. And there's a galley in the back. And the way you look at the galley in the back, this is really intense, is you take this whole rear piece off here, slides right off, and then you can look inside. Where's my camera? You can look inside there to see all the items, and there's a lounge, there's a whole kitchen, there's all sorts of food items. And then when you're done looking at that, this piece kind of slides back on. The back slides back on. Oh, and you can open up. Yeah, that's just because there's no windows, right? You can open up you can pull off the galley piece here, and then this piece is designed to from here, and this is part of the design. You can open up this piece and look at kind of the interior features there. Oh, this is like a bag of stuff and all these different kitchen implements there. And we just knocked the tree over, or whatever it is. I'm gonna put it back, but it does now that I got it sliding on there properly. Oof! You can see it has a very satisfying. You just gotta give a little tuck there, but then it slides on. Anyway, let me try that again so you can see better. This comes in here, and let's see. Okay, it slides into this little groove here, and then you just kind of push it there, and you can barely even tell that it comes off, which is really cool. So so this main cabin there, there's a stairway down, there's a door here, this door here, kind of hard to see. This door opens up. There's a door here that opens up, and you can also see into the galley a little bit if you look really hard through that door, the interior door. But the proportions, I forgot to do something really important. Well, I didn't forget, but I haven't done it to it now. We gotta mount the minifigures. You know what I'm saying? Hey. I'm going to use as a guide where they're shown on the picture here. You see the little minifigures. Once you're finished with the thing, so Monkey D. Luffy this is Monkey D. Luffy, kind of the main character too, the pirate. Let's see. So what we want to do is have him like that, and he's going to be sitting on top of the ram's head like that. I just have to do that carefully. Okay, Monkey D. Luffy is now, I'm going to have to show you this every now and then, sitting on the monkeys. There he is. I'm just going to mount the other ones, and then I'm going to show you what I got. Let's see. We got this guy here. He's got 3 swords. He's, what's his name? Nami or whatever. And, Zoro, excuse me. No, Nami's the red-haired girl. Zoro. But it's really cool. In the show, they show him fighting with 3 swords at the same time, with one in his mouth. But where do we want to put him? According to this, he's kind of in the front, under the front sail, kind of next to these guys here. So we'll just put him right there. Perfecto. So he's on the front deck. Now we've got this guy in black. That's Sanji. Sanji is really cool. He is supposed to be holding some stuff. I don't see what I'm supposed to. He's supposed to be holding a glass and a cake. I don't know where that stuff is. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. I'll have to find it. What is he holding? No, not that. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I'll have to find out later. But anyway, well, right now it's this guy. He doesn't have anything in his hands. And then we have Nami, the redhead. She's cool. She's got a staff. It's pretty cool. Okay, so and then last one is Usopp. Usopp's got a green uh, um, hand wrist one of those things. Rubber gun, rubber. What the fuck it is? What do you want to put in? Okay, so let's see. So this guy here is kind of standing on this railing here, about right here, according to the picture. I mean, you can put him wherever you want. Kind of at the top of the stairs. And then Anami, the redhead, is in this rear area here. I need to move this up a bit so that she can stand there. In the back. And who's the last one? Usopp. Where do they put Usopp? I think they put Usopp right at the top, right in the crow's nest. So we can, I don't know, right? Is that where they put him? Yeah, I don't know how he fits in there though. But maybe if you bend his legs a little bit, you can fit on that thing. I think I can figure out a way to make him fit up here. But it might take a little work. I'm cajoling. So I'm gonna put him downstairs for now. We'll put him also in the main area here. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to show you the ship with the 5 members of the crew, and there are 5 members. There's of the main crew of the Going Merry. There's Monkey D. Luffy. There's this dude in the green hair and the 3 swords, Zoro. There's Nami in the back, the red haired. She's really hot, by the way, in the show, red haired chick, and I think in the anime too. And then there's Usopp here, and what's his name? Sanji. Sanji's kind of the guy in black, who's just super cool. I'm not sure what he does. And there you have it. It is very colorful and fun. And the good news is it doesn't need a ton of shelf space to show it off. But it's definitely very colorful, very fun, like the show. I highly recommend it if you have Netflix and you don't mind watching something that's kind of young adult oriented, I would say. But yeah, no, I'm really excited. I don't know what my next Lego build is going to be, but I always have a good time doing it, and I always kind of get a kick out of building the whole thing on stream. Gotta make sure everything is all tight. I'll do this a little later. I kind of go through it, and the Titanic one is huge. It's $500, and it's like I think 40 bags or something like that. So I would take 20 times to do it, and also but just the thing, it's enormous. It's just so big. Anyway, I'm loaded. My cannon is loaded with a little black cannonball too. But I'm just afraid if I fire it off, I will never see that again until I step on it because it's so small and it moves so fast. That's the only problem. That's why I don't really want to shoot the cannon right now. But it is really fun, and I have shot it earlier. I didn't shoot it earlier when before the whole thing was together, and it shoots just fine. It works perfectly. Again, there's the Going Merry pirate ship from One Piece. This set, I'm going to be showing this off on my future streams, for the next couple weeks. This set just came out this month, and I'm a Lego insider, so I'm one of the first people to get this set, and certainly the first person to build a set on live television. So very nice. I want to make sure these are all kind of oriented correctly there. The pirate, you got the Jolly Rogers, and this really cartoony Jolly Roger with a straw hat because they're the Straw Hat Pirates. And wow, just the detailing is fantastic. I'll be playing with it some more. Hey, I mean, having fun with it some more. In that, I'm going to be messing with the figures and some other things I want to do. Some little simple changes I might want to make here and there. Got the anchor, which is really cool. It's a Lego anchor, and just all those little subtle pieces. The eyes of the ram's head figurehead. It's really cool. All right. Well, what have I been going live? 3 hours and 15 minutes, which is typical when I do a Lego stream. And it's why I can't really do a lot of music playing because I got some, it takes a long time to build those, get all that stuff done together. But I had such a good time doing this stream today. Guess what? I'm going to do the whole thing again tomorrow. Pretty much. Well, there won't be no Lego building, so the whole stream will be probably less than an hour and a half, roughly half the time. I'll be flying around a Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We got a couple cities to pick up in the City Update 12. By pickup, I mean visit. And then, of course, there'll be the big brain games, and I'll be bringing my piano in to slap it down and cause a Ken's Piano Lounge to manifest itself. And that'll be a stream, and we're just going to keep doing it. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for saying hi, everyone who came by and say hi. And we had a few people in the regular crowd. I'm going to get on with my afternoon. I'm going to be watching some streamers and doing some fun things. And I hope you're doing the same. See you guys tomorrow.